Welcome to the last segment in our series, The Expectations. In this video, we will shift our focus to the future. We'll emphasize the interest and openness to change within the social service system, reflecting on the perspectives of leadership, staff, and family members about future improvements and expectations. A key theme that emerges is the overwhelming desire to encourage and provide services specifically for fathers in West Virginia. Despite the many challenges, there is a strong commitment to ensuring that fathers receive the support they need to be actively involved in their children's lives. Join us as we delve into the vision for a brighter future in West Virginia. Driven by a collective commitment to enhancing the well-being of all families and empowering fathers to play a pivotal role in their children's lives.
I think that a fatherhood, very simple, it would be something for dads to do with their kids with a little bit of education and probably mostly fun.
Our agency would serve more fathers if we were able to include them in all of our activities that come about instead of singling out each individual as we do right now. A lot of times we do the mothers only, the fathers only, grandparents only. Grandparents are all on board. Moms are all on board because they're trying to make the ends meet. But the dads, it's harder to get them to come in by themselves. So to basically, I think for us, it would be to pull them all together as a family unit so that they'll come in more often.
I think more agencies could serve fathers if there was more effort to find what makes them tick. Being a father, we're all very busy. Of course, everyone is. But it seems to be more difficult to get fathers to come out to things for whatever reason. A lot of times we do like fishing with my buddy or, try to target that group specifically. But in my experience, it's very difficult to get fathers out. So we may need to make a little more of an effort to really target that specific group.
I would tell moms that we need to involve dads by every chance we get. Give them the opportunity to help with everything. From the time that they're babies to diapering to feeding, as they get older, to be that person that's helping drop them off to, practices of different, activities, or to childcare, participate in home visits. We want them to be involved in everything. And moms are key to that. You can even either push them out or pull them in.
I think one thing that we've added to the most recent version of the survey is the very beginning of taking the survey, asking them about their strengths so that they can sit down, take a minute to think about what their strengths are. They take the rest of the survey to talk about some of the challenges that they're experiencing. And then as they get to the end of the survey, asking them, okay, we've talked about your strengths. We've talked about some of the challenges you're experiencing. How can we use your strengths and how can you use your strengths to achieve your goals?
I know people always want to say, I could do more if I had more money, but I think ours is really growing our community partners. The more that we interact more together, because a lot of us are trying to do similar things, not always the same things, because depending on our funding sources, but similar things to where we can build off of one another and be able to give more and still use the resources we have instead of trying to build over from brand new.
Yeah, there's times it gets sad. And, you have somebody that comes in and they said, they won't be back because they overdosed or they died or they had to move or whatever. We lose parts of our family that way. And then that's a bad day. But I think the work we do is good. All in all, you know what I mean? We can fuss and carry on about how hard it is sometimes. Because when you put away 9,000 pounds of food in one day, yeah, you're tired at the end of the day. You are. But,
I don't know if you call it innovation, but another thing that we saw the last couple of days was a corporate state partnership. I don't want to, there was a large corporation that came into a room of nothing but government-funded programs, and they presented a $2 million check to support all of these programs across the state. Now, every state can't claim that. I believe the salt that makes West Virginia unique is relationships. And I don't doubt for 1 second the CEO that announced the award, he said, and this doesn't happen, you can use the money in each county any way you see fit. That's relationship. So that innovation, I think, is different also in West Virginia.
The relationships and the goodwill and the desire, it's just right for so much here. It's an area that is ready for change, and I think, because that's not always true. Or I should say, you may be ready for change, but may not always be welcomed. I think this is a place that is ready for it and would welcome it. I think it'd be extremely well received here, and I don't think that's always the case everywhere.
If other states came to West Virginia, maybe they would learn that they could use their TANF dollars a bit differently.
I wish that fathers knew that it's okay to have a bad day, a bad week, a bad month, a bad year. Some of them have bad several years, but it's okay to have a bad time as long as they know that it's okay to reach out for help when they need it.
I wish fathers knew that they're not alone. I wish fathers knew that they don't have to be right or perfect or strong or invulnerable all the time. I wish fathers knew that there's help out there, that there's people that want to be there for them, that there's programs within the state and with their, within their own communities that want to see them succeed. And it seems like there's been a stigma, around fathers and fatherhood, that need for strength and that need for, never needing help. But I feel that they really need to know that they can lean on someone.
I wish the fathers knew how critical their role is in the family dynamic, especially with their children. You don't have to have a lot of money to be able to do a lot of things with your children and create memories and to make your children feel important. Just a simple homemade bubble solution to go out and blow bubbles with them, take a walk with them, read a book with them, tell them stories, sing to them.
I wish fathers knew how much involvement is needed from them, that children know that they just are loved and cared by their dad, whether it's a sharing a partnership of being a father and being there all the time, whether it's just being there during their visitations or their weekends, how important it is that you are consistent, how important it is that you're there and they know they can depend on you.
Wish fathers knew how important they were in the raising of a kid. I think even from my own husband, men are really important in the game, and I'm a little older. And you learn over time. At first, way back when I had my first kid, I didn't think Joel, as my husband, could really do what I was doing. But now I realize he could. And I don't think moms give him a chance. And I think we have to educate both moms to give dad a chance and dad to know that he can do it.
There was one dad that we worked with. Unfortunately, it wasn't part of the Father Forge because that's new, but we had a dad a couple years ago that was involved in the CPS case, and he was a single dad. He never missed one session. He came in for weeks and weeks to meet one-on-one with the nurturing parenting curriculum presenter, and he never missed. And at the end of his session, when he got his certificate, he brought his son in to take a picture with his son receiving the certificate because he felt like it was a partnership between him and his son. And during the class, he had actually brought his son in a few times to work with the nurturing parenting facilitator because he wanted to do it as a partnership with his son.
If other states came to West Virginia, they would learn that you can do a lot with little. And I was speaking about specifically one thing that we know we heard several people say, the wages, the pay for people here are very low, but there's still this desire to change. So it's not been a big resource expense, but people have been paid less and have done a lot of work. And I sound like probably a broken record, but one thing that strikes me here is the people. And I've seen people who were in high level positions here that know folks who were in like service worker positions. And they went to school together, their parents knew each other, they played on the same team. I think if those states came here, one thing they can learn is just the value of relationships. They span the state.
As we conclude this series, we've journeyed through the unique landscape of West Virginia, exploring the rich cultural heritage and close-knit communities that define the state. We've delved into the critical challenges of poverty, substance use disorders, and the high percentages of children in foster care, highlighting the profound impact these issues have on families. We've also examined the dedicated efforts within family support centers, showcasing the comprehensive services provided to support and uplift communities. Throughout this series, we've emphasized the importance of empowering fathers and the essential role they play in family dynamics. The work of the National Responsible Fatherhood Clearinghouse has been instrumental in helping us understand the interaction between TANF and fatherhood, shedding light on the support systems necessary for fathers to thrive. This series is a testament to the ongoing commitment to the health and well-being of West Virginia's fathers and families. While significant progress has been made, the journey is far from over. The NRFC, along with the West Virginia Department of Human Services, local leaders, and community members, will continue to strive for positive change and improvement. Understanding the challenges and the work yet to be done is crucial in our collective effort to build a brighter future for West Virginia. The health and well-being of fathers and families remain at the heart of this mission, driving the ongoing efforts to create supportive, resilient communities. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Together, we can make a lasting difference in the lives of West Virginia's families and beyond.